listening to a QLB Media Group podcast.
About his body trusting her, it's talking about his heart trusting her, because we are about our hearts the way you are about your bodies. I want to know, are you safe to love? I want to know, can I trust you with love? I want to know, if I tell you my secrets, will you respect me in the morning? Am I the only man in here? Where are my brothers at? I want to know, if I tell you what it was really like to grow up in my house, will you not act funny when we go to the family reunion? Or will you sit up there with your lips all swole up and create a problem for me because you can't control your emotions? And I want to know that if I tell you what really happened in the house, will you, in a fit of anger, turn on me and use what I told you in a moment of weakness against me? Because if you do that, you're telling me that I cannot trust you. And you teach me to shut up. Every time you betray my trust, you seal in me another layer of silence. And when I scream, I die screaming, and you can't hear me, and you never know why I died, because you taught me not to talk to you when you use my talk against me. Emotions. You say we have no emotions, you haven't got a clue. We got emotions you never even saw. We got screams you haven't heard. We got poetry that's never been written. We've got love shut up in our hearts and in our minds and in our guts, our bowels, our loins, that never reaches you. Because you cannot hear the language we speak.
Woo! We just talking this, bringing in episode goddamn number 16, a serious one for me, and I'm finna try to bring it out for the fellas, cause y'all need to stop weaponizing our vulnerability.
Okay.
So if you just heard the soundbite that I borrowed from TD Jakes, thank you. Don't sue us. Just got hung up on, but that's okay. You just talking this, and I don't need no interruptions. Starting the clock here, and yeah, don't weaponize our vulnerability, because y'all women. But before we get into that, here on We Just Talking This, the podcast, you can always find us on Apple, Google,
YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter, all that stuff. Follow, be a follower. I love when y'all follow. Greatness. Because this is not just another podcast.
Yeah.
But ladies, hey, how y'all doing?
Hello.
I got AK Big Buns as usual, and AK Titties.
They can't even see my buns, bruh. They just see half chest up.
Stand up. Let them get
absolutely not
some buns. Well,
they have to go to my Instagram and my Facebook page.
You can go to the campsite bio and just click her. Go scroll all the way to the bottom where it says Meet the Crew, and just click on her. You'll find her Instagram, I think, or her Facebook, and you can look at all the buns she posts on there. Or you can do the same thing and scroll down to the bottom and see all the titties. Now, there's one picture in particular that she was in her, it was like a birthday shoot or something. She was in her San Francisco stuff, just half naked.
Oh.
All on the book. So, yes, scroll down, you'll see it. She got like footballs, like blocking private parts, with nothing on behind the ball.
Everybody can't see
I don't know where that football is, but I know it's got to be worth millions.
Oh, I do remember those pictures.
But how was y'all's weekend?
Mine was okay. I didn't do much last week, so no track meets. I don't have another one till next weekend. It was my daughter's birthday, so we just kind of did a few things. We actually celebrated it this weekend. We did have a few things that come up with their cheer. So, yeah, I mean,
Just in everything. Track, cheer, lacrosse.
everything. Look, and if they have it their way, let me see. Well, one of them says she's going to be in drama once school starts. Oh, she got a whole lot. She got a whole lot of things.
She gets that from you because you're very dramatic.
Oh no, sir, that would be you. That would be you.
Very dramatic.
That's the first up on the outline. We're gonna clear up. We're gonna clear up he-motional versus emotional.
His dramatics.
P. Walker, the late night stalker. How was your weekend?
Well, I didn't do any stalking. My weekend was cool. It went by really fast. I don't even remember what happened, to be honest, but it was cool. No complaints.
Switch over, camera. Switch over. Shit.
No complaints. The weekend came and it left. I didn't come, but it's cool. They had sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a normal thing here.
It's cool. It happens sometimes.
Mine was good. It turned out good. I didn't answer a phone call 4 times in a row, and someone pulled up on me. Yeah. Thinking that she was finna catch something and caught this dirt instead. So
it's gonna be a long night.
So yeah. Don't weaponize our vulnerability. Season 1, episode 16. Just a few more episodes to go here in season 1. So that means you can go listen to 1 through today.
15.
Today.
1 through 15.
1 through today. When you're wherever you listen to it, this episode is today. And you can go listen from 1 till today. Because it's coming to a season 1 end. Speaking of seasons and series, before we jump right into this, I got suckered into watching old episodes of Insecure.
That's my favorite. One of my favorite shows.
And this, I just got to season 3, and I paused it because you have to take a break from that show. That show was starting to make me mad.
Where you are, because it's 5 seasons. So yeah, where you are at the end of season 3.
It's 5. They have another one.
It's 5 seasons. The show is over now.
Yeah. HBO Max only
and
stops
it ended
at
all
4.
wrong.
Yeah, it's 5 seasons.
I thought it was 4.
Is it 4? I thought it was 5. It's 5.
Either way it go, it ended.
Well, HBO Max
ended
must
wrong.
have put the last season. Well,
No,
don't
it
say
released
nothing.
once a week on there. It's definitely 5 seasons. You must get the cheap.
No. I had to go ahead and pay for it because someone asked.
It's like I said, it's 5 seasons because I've been watching it since the show started.
It's only got 4 on HBO Max. So
no, I'm looking at HBO Max right now, and there's seasons 1 through 5 on the iPad, right here next to me.
I must didn't pay attention.
You got the discount at HBO
Max.
HBO Men.
Being upset. So thus far, I just stopped it at the beginning of 3-1. So I'm upset.
Oh, yeah, you real mad.
I'm upset. But I did find out that I have a lot of Lawrence in me.
You do?
I have a lot of Lawrence in me. Lawrence is a fuck nigga that's trying to pretend that he's the good guy. So I had a lot of Lawrence in me. Lawrence got hurt and he went on a fuck fest. And everyone he was fucking, he ended up telling them that it's not you, it's me, basically. And when the girl from the bank told him, you just a fuck nigga, pretending that you're a good guy and you don't even know you're not the good guy, that hit home.
Well, to Lawrence's defense, he was broken and she knew that. Like, she knew this was a rebound situation. So I'm not even sure why she went into thinking that it was going to be more than what it was. He
'Cause it
were
happens.
together for 5 years.
It's life. It happens.
And y'all was flirting. You knew he was in something, and it was a little vibe. And then you let him go all the way. And he wanted to meet the family at the picnic and all of that. She should have just let that been a jump off. She should have just facilitated in his healing, moving on. She should have recognized her position, played it, and been okay.
Right.
Yeah, because she should have took accountability. He wasn't a fuckboy.
No. Not in his defense, because he did, after the first time, he came back around. He could have just left her alone.
Wait a minute,
That's when she asked him. That's when she asked him to come to the barbecue. When he came back around.
Okay.
So at this point, he's over there
kicking it with you.
Right.
At this point, he's apologizing like he wanted to actually be with her this go around. This when he came back around.
Did he say, "I actually want to be with you"? He never said that.
Man,
he
when
apologized.
He popped up, when he asked her to come outside and she was cooking on and had something on the stove. That's when all that was said. But this is not that episode. This is not a series review podcast.
We're gonna have to do one of those though.
But yes, don't weaponize our vulnerability, which
you just weaponized Lawrence's vulnerability.
You sure did.
No way I weaponized my own.
But we can't.
Don't blame us. So
we're gonna clear this shit up. He-motional versus emotional. And I'm gonna shoot this one to Rosa first, because
it's her word.
It's her fucking word. That is absolutely correct. What's the goddamn difference?
Let me clear something up. He-motional is not my word. It was created by, it came from a lady on TikTok. Her name is The Real Voodoo Bae.
Well, this ain't creditable. So...
whatever, she had the word, and from the things of talking, like I stated, he-motional is not a man that is being emotional or sharing his emotional feelings. A he-motional is a man that is throwing a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old because he can't have his way, or because a woman has done something or said something that he didn't like and he's throwing a whole fit.
Yep.
He has allowed his feelings to overcloud the reality of a situation
that he probably created.
He may or may not have created, but either way it go, he has allowed himself to be reduced to a child in child antics.
So that means he has to like everything that's being said to him. No. And the moment he doesn't, he's being emotional.
She didn't say that. You being emotional right now. She's not saying that. What she's saying is you can feel some type of way about what's being said. It's the way you respond to what's being said. You cannot like something that somebody says to you, and you don't have to throw a fit. You can say, well, I don't agree with what you're saying, but go off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can keep it. It ain't got to turn into a damn temper tantrum.
Yes.
You can tell a 6-year-old you can't have it, and they will say they'll pout, but they'll walk off. You tell a 2-year-old you can't have it, they're going to fall out in the floor. It's a difference.
There's a difference. So, prime example. So, I was talking to someone and I was explaining to them why we didn't fit, why we didn't work out. And I never said anything condescending. I never raised my voice. And the tone that I have now is pretty much what it is.
Take your word for that.
I did not. I was being very conscious of his feelings.
Can you get him on the line? Can you get him on the line? Let's ask him.
No, we were not. Anyway, I was being very conscious of his feelings because I did not want to make it seem as though I was being rude or anything. So I was very conscious about that. And I was told I was being patronizing. And I'm like, how am I patronizing you? Explaining to you how I feel in the situation. My feelings, because of the things that I was saying that I did not like about him, he threw a whole fit. I'm patronizing. I don't like the tone that you're speaking to me in. And that's he-motional. You're being he-motional. You just didn't like the fact that I said, you ain't the man. You ain't all that. I could take you or leave you. That was the problem. So if I had said it like that, then you say, oh, I'm being evil and this and third. I just laid out a line of the things that did not work for me, that I cannot accept into moving forward into a relationship with you. So when he got to, you're being condescending, you're patronizing, and then turned around and hung the phone up only to text me right behind it. Like we were having a full blown grown up conversation, but you couldn't handle it. That's he-motional.
Indeed it is.
versus me speaking with someone and them calling me and saying, hey, I didn't like the way that, you talked to me earlier today. It made me feel like you didn't respect me. It made me feel like you didn't value my opinion in the matter. That's him explaining his emotions. That is where I can say, okay, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. You're probably right. I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. And I apologize for making you feel that way, if that was not my true intention. Now, if it was my intention to make you feel that way, but if it was not, then I can say, I apologize. That's him explaining his emotions in the matter. There's a difference. It's all about how you respond to a situation, not exactly that you have feelings about it.
What I'm gathering is the level of emotion decides whether it's he-motional or emotional.
No.
So if he shows some feeling,
no.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I'm gonna need you to get a hearing aid
because that's not what she's saying. Like, to be honest, Q, every time we start talking about this, your expression and everything, you've already made up in your mind what she's saying, and you're not actually hearing what she's saying. So you're being he-motional about the word he-motional because it's been explained to you on multiple episodes, and you still come back to the same conclusion, and it's not. I don't get why you don't get it, because it's literally not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Example. The way you handled the conversation via text that you had after episode 10 with our guest, the way you text and express yourself in that conversation was you being emotional, meaning you weren't going off on that person about the way you felt. You explained the situation, why you felt the way you felt, why it should have been done and handled in another way. You were not he-motional. You were emotional about it. You were expressing how you felt. You were being vulnerable in that moment, saying, hey, I don't like the way you said what you said, and this is why I didn't like, but I don't want to argue with you. Just let it go because you're not understanding me. You were being emotional about that conversation. He-motional would have been you going off and saying you don't know what you're talking about, what you mean, there's some like that would have been he-motional, but you were emotional in that situation.
So is there such thing as she-motional?
Well, let y'all tell it. We always extra over dramatic and emotional all the time. So, that's what it is.
Yeah, y'all say women are naturally
emotional
and
anyway.
overly have way too many feelings about everything. And when y'all find out that sometimes we don't give a damn,
then y'all get emotional. Y'all have emotions for us.
It's like, now, which one do you want? What do you want? Me to have all the emotions, or do you want me to not have any? Because I can do both.
Be cool. Be like, okay.
Because I can just not give a damn. Oh yeah, because that was one of the problems someone else had, was me saying, okay, fine. And then got mad at that in the text message. So this is, again, emotional. I said, it was starting to become an argument. I didn't want to argue. So I said, okay, fine. And the response I got was, okay, fine, with a question mark. I'm like, yes, okay, fine. I am not going to invalidate your feelings by arguing with you. I was just simply doing that. I'm not going to invalidate your feelings. If that is how you feel, that is how you feel about it. I am not going to invalidate them by arguing with you, trying to prove a point that will never get across to you, because these are your feelings, which are very valid in how you feel, because I can't say how you should or should not feel. The response I got was, I appreciate that, but you still should have said something better. That's emotional, because I sit up there and was really trying to be conscientious about a person's feelings, but you were all the way deep down up under your panty feelings. So, can't help you.
Yeah.
Vulnerability in men might be considered a weakness due to the expectations that men remain strong throughout their lives. Most men are told growing up that crying is not manly, or that feeling sad is not acceptable. acceptable. I need some pussy. Acceptable. This is wrongful thinking.
It is very wrongful thinking.
Yes. Which means this is the reason why we don't share shit that we be going through.
You know what? I'm going to say this. You're right. A lot of men do not share what they've gone through because, like you said, from a little kid, they're told they shouldn't cry. They need to be strong. You're a boy. Don't do that. Don't do this. Man up, man up.
Mm-hmm. Some
of my experiences with men has not been that they don't share. For some reason, they like to pour all their little hearts out to me, and I'll be like, "Wait a minute."
Well, you're a Taurus. They just people open up to us regardless.
Yes. And so
strangers,
I have had.
I'd be like, "What the fuck? Why are you talking to me?"
Yep.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Now that'd be like you just made me. I even had a dude that was so. We just started talking. Like he couldn't even lie. He was like, "I don't understand this. I don't know why I just told you that. I don't know how this." Sir, I'm just sitting here. But
safe space, like an automatic safe space.
It's an automatic safe space.
And most people don't have those.
And when they don't have that comes to me. We're going to hold it. I'm going back. We need to stop telling our little boys that they are not allowed to cry. We need to stop telling them that they should be able to take pain.
Well, I don't know what they're telling them now because I see little boys that pucker up their lips and their mommy's selfies nowadays. So I don't know what's the new norm.
I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know nothing about that either. But I allow my boys to express whatever emotion that they have, and then we work it backwards from there. And I don't invalidate their tears or their anger or their frustration or their sadness. I try to get to the why and sort through it together and go from there. And with men, because there's a lot of damage that's been done in that way prior to them getting to me, I just remain present and be a safe space and let them peel back those layers and however much they ready to expose at whatever time. When they get through, I always say thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate it. And it just kind of folds back and I end up getting it all. And I keep it. And if they make me mad, I'm not going to throw that back up.
Oh, now there's something we most definitely got to remember that. But we got to allow, when we say this, I'm sorry.
Safe space.
No, I was just fixing to say, when we give them that opportunity to talk, it should be, that's something I tell people all the time. You know, I've said this on the show before. Sometimes we need to learn how to listen and not listen to respond.
Yep.
There's a friend of mine. There's a guy. He's a friend of mine on.
The host want to hop in.
I'm sorry.
You probably going into his subject.
I was just seeing what you was.
Me.
A few taps there.
Yeah, because it was going out. Don't pay me no attention.
New equipment coming soon.
Okay. You keep saying it.
Oh, it's coming.
We got a friend. I got a friend that he does videos, and he did a video on what we're talking about as well, because he was like, you know, men not having a place to talk, and he did a whole video on it. His name is, what is his name? Jeremy Holloway. So he does this video, and in there he was trying to talk, and she was just kind of over talking him. And I was like, I wanted to say, shut up, just shut up. So I'm trying to hear what he said. So I feel like you said, we just need to just learn to listen. If we can learn to listen and not listen to respond, trying to come back at them, we will be, I think it'll be, and I think that needs to happen on both sides. But right now we're talking about the men. If we sat there and listened, I think a lot of our problems would be resolved within our black men, black women community.
Absolutely. Because we get so offended when we hear guys say, just shut up sometimes. Men are really simple. So they say stuff plainly, but it has like a layered level of meaning. So when they're saying shut up sometimes, if we just wait and let them, because their mind doesn't move as fast as ours, if we just wait and let them finish getting out what they're saying, or just take an hour or take a day and let them finish saying or doing what they're saying and doing, then you'll get your answer. You'll see their intent before versus you. Well, you said this and well, I'm waiting on you to do this. So when you going to do this? Don't just shut up. Just wait a minute. Just wait. Sis, wait. Let time do what it does. It's my favorite thing. Let time do what it does. Those intentions will show. If you stop and listen to what he is saying, he will tell you everything you need to know. Just wait. Just wait. Men don't be in a rush for nothing, especially if they got good intentions behind you. They are extremely patient, and you just have to chill. Just chill. Just chill and watch, and you will see every time.
Yeah, that's true, because if I'm really mad about something, I may not speak on it right away. I may wait. It may be a couple hours. It may be the next day when I had time to think about and replay what was said or did. And then I come and be like, I find it funny. And then we go from there. So yeah, but like men should be in a relationship, as TD Jakes was saying, married in a couple or whatever would have you. I should be able to feel safe telling you my emotions, my darkest secrets, my what's bothering me, and basically what we're getting to on this episode is you ladies not bringing it up in an argument, making us feel like, damn, why do we even share shit with you?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Most definitely.
They're hidden below the belt. Fighting fair. We talked about what love language is, apology language, and argument language. Like, you can't hit below the belt. You can't use what he told you in confidence, however long ago, beginning of the relationship, yesterday, whatever. And when you get mad at him to try to, quote unquote, win the argument, you can't throw that shit back up, because they ain't gonna forget that. And every time you do, they shutting that door back again. And you wonder why you come home and you just kind of lost them. Like, they there, but they not really there anymore.
They there physically, but their mind is somewhere totally different in a whole nother land, in peace
Keep doing
land.
that to me, you might as well forget it. I ain't sharing shit else.
Well, and that's most men.
And it's rightly so. Yep.
That's most men. And the thing about that is this, like you said, if I'm sitting up here and going to use it as ammunition, do I really care about you? Do I really love you? If I'm going to use what you told me in confidence to hurt you, that's almost a narcissistic move. So I can't, when somebody I've had people to actually do that to me, to use what I've told them in confidence, which has made me shut down a lot of times too, to be like, you know what?
Right, because
now I got a question, do you love me?
Even though we're talking about men, all this can go both ways.
Oh yeah.
Or in any relationship, platonic or otherwise.
Right.
Your parents shouldn't do that. Your siblings, your friends, anybody that you've had a vulnerable moment with or shared something.
Because they sure did on Insecure.
Oh yeah.
When
Molly
and Molly got into it.
Just wait, Q.
Just
wait.
Just wait again.
Just wait, Q. You ain't seen nothing yet. You just starting season 3. Just wait.
Because when she said you just mad because you can't keep a man, that's what she just weaponized. Y'all supposed to be friends and going through shit, and you just use that as a weapon to get the last word. So yeah.
Yeah, it was some harsh things said on that one. I was like, ooh, damn, cat fight. I was waiting for some blows to be thrown.
Well, I'm going to say this, and they probably going to be mad at me. Our women listeners might be mad at me, but I don't really give a damn, because this is how I feel. I think women are more narcissistic than men are when it comes to relationships. And I think that women act from a conditional place of love than an unconditional place of love when they're in a relationship. And there's a bigger sense of entitlement when they're in a relationship. And I don't like that.
Hold on. Let me correct you on something.
Okay.
Let's go with unhealed women.
Okay.
Are more narcissistic in relationships.
There you go.
Unhealed women are more narcissistic.
You picking up what I put down though?
Okay. I picked it up. I'm picking it up. I'm gonna hold it for just a second.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pass it on back down.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
You unhealed women are more narcissistic than most men are. Why? Because, like you said, you feel like you just because you're the woman, you're supposed to have these things. This man is supposed to do this. He's supposed to do that. Let me ask you this. Before that man came along, what was you doing?
Boom. Fire.
Was your rent getting paid? Was your light bill getting paid? Were you shopping? Were you taking trips?
Were you rose pedaling your bathtub on your own at night?
Were you eating?
Were you paying for your own
restaurants?
massages? Was you doing that already?
Was you
that
getting
already
hair
a standard?
and nails done? You know, I'm just trying to find out. Because if you were, then baby, you wouldn't be concerned about whether he could do it or not.
Because you teach people how to treat you. So if he walk into the situation and you got a standard every 2 week, every 3 week nail appointment and you ain't stopped that, then he already know she get her nails done. So when he's ready to drop it off because y'all spending time, love languages together, he gonna start dropping it off. He'll do it anyway. If you got a standard hair appointment, or if you already say, I'm going to Owen Brennan's for brunch with my girlfriends already, me and my mom going to Ruth Chris for lunch, he already saying, okay, she like 4 and 5 star restaurants. Okay, so when I take her out again, I know what she likes. If she fools with me at the beginning, she won't be mad if I take her to Longhorn first. And as I get to know her over time, I see what she prefers to do and what she's used to doing. So I'm either going to step up to the plate and keep doing it, or I'm going to step off because she's out of my league. Point blank in the period. Don't think because a man has interest in you, all of a sudden you supposed to get 5-star shit and you ain't 5-star shit at yourself. Like, we don't do that. We're not doing that.
And don't think just because, he's taking you on the first date, that he
got to pay for it.
He got to be paid. You ought to not want him to pay for it. Let me say that. Go Dutch.
Please.
Go Dutch.
And if you can't afford it, go for coffee or ice cream. Shit.
Thank you. Meet at the park. Do something where y'all can get to know each other, have a conversation and talk.
Whole sidebar right here.
Come on, sidebar.
I'm sorry, but please do so. Please do so. Because I'm tired of women.
This is a part of weaponizing y'all vulnerability, though. It's like, yes, as soon as you, as a man, try to show interest and put yourself out there and show interest to this woman, this heifer got a whole checklist that you got to fulfill.
Yeah, like, she done created a whole honey-do list. So this still
fits what we talking about, Q, because that's not fair to me. It's like, hey, excuse me, I think you're pretty. Well, do you have this? I just said I thought you was pretty, girl. Like,
I got one better for you. You're a very nice looking lady. My cash app is what?
So you're a prostitute, because that's prostitution. Prostitution.
So now because he like you, then after that he say, well, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to do that. Now, you was a bum ass Negro.
Oh, you're a beta male.
Yeah, you ain't about that life. You know, I'm looking for somebody to do this and do that.
He sure is cross-pollinating this episode.
Cross-pollinating the hell out of these episodes. Guess what? We got enough in the trunk to bring it back. We got 15 episodes, bruh. Please reference.
So now you got to tell. Now you sitting up here doing all of this, and now people, don't do that, women. Stop it. Get to know the brother. See if he is what he say he is. See if you if you don't like him off top, you're not attracted to him, you don't say that. So thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Unfortunately, I'm not interested at this time. That's it.
Right.
You ain't got to kill his self-esteem just to make you feel better.
Exactly.
Right. There was something that you said earlier about the Jeremy. I think I seen those videos. Isn't that light-skinned brother that be making those videos?
I wouldn't call him light-skinned.
Not light-skinned, but like, yeah. But you know what I'm talking about? Brown. Yeah. PSB. Paper Sack Brown.
And he's from our hometown.
Let me talk.
Go right ahead. We listening.
When we getting into it, let me talk. Let me get out what I need to say. I sat there and listened to what you said. Let me talk. Before I get from being emotional, and this transfers to he-motional, because you ain't let me talk.
There you go.
No, normally.
Because the moment I get he-motional, then I get told, you acting like a bitch.
Uh-huh.
But hold on.
I see that so much on social media.
My
niggas
experience
acting like bitches.
Nah, it's some that do, but we ain't gonna talk about them right now. But a lot of times, if you don't allow him to talk, you keep trying to talk over him, you keep trying to interrupt him and this and third, guess what he gonna do?
He gonna walk out.
He gonna shut down.
He's just not gonna say
nothing. He gonna shut down
and
not say nothing at all. He's just gonna walk away from you. He gonna walk away from the conversation.
I shut down a lot.
Me too. I'm not gonna even lie. Sometimes I wonder if I was a dude.
I think that might be.
I know I was
the Zodiac.
I had a whole reading about it.
To the point where it'd be like, I'll just call you later.
Yeah. Now, when you said let me talk Q, I was triggered because the first who I'm seeing now, last year, the first kind of argument that we had, and I said my little piece because I had a little attitude and I was gonna tell him about himself, and he was saying his part, and he said something that I didn't really agree with, and so I was about to interject. And because he's a real like chill dude, like he don't really turn up, like he real even, like all the time. So I'm trying to, pop up or whatever. And he said, the way he said, let me talk, I let you talk. Now you finna listen to me. Yeah, I cried. Like I wasn't ready because the way he, I just, and he started talking and I let him talk and I was crying. And I don't cry like that.
Well, I got that bad too. Like if you say something, and you're in the midst of saying something, you say it. I don't want to forget what you said when you're done talking. I want to talk about that part right there.
Like just that little segment. Like, I'm gonna let you finish, but
I'm gonna let you finish. Let me correct that part right there.
Oh no, he wouldn't let me finish shit.
You have to learn to.
Ooh, he turned up on me.
Listen.
It rattled my soul.
Because we're listening at that moment when you say, let me tell you about that part right there, we're listening to respond. We're not listeing to hear what they are saying.
Makes sense.
Yep, you nailed it, Rose. I ain't did it no more.
I have a habit, and I've been told a couple times, so you just not gonna let me talk? Who you talking? Say what you gotta say then. All right. And I just sit there, and I be sitting there fuming as hell, but
I'll let you, and then I'm gonna hit you with,
and then I'm, look, when they finish, to be like, you ain't got nothing to say? Nope. I don't want to talk now.
Now you being she-motional.
My what?
She-motional.
In my feelings.
She-motional.
Look, I don't want to talk no more. I said what I had to say. I heard you now.
That rattled my soul. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah,
look, when he said it, you see me say, okay. Because now I've been there where you were too now. Where somebody told me and I was like, and he was like, be quiet. Let me say what I got to say. Who you? Are you seriously talking to me like that? I'm going to be quiet. I'll talk later.
I cried. Let us get it out.
Mm-hmm. I do now.
We want to be heard too.
I know how to shut up now. Not on here.
Now, everybody don't get that treatment now. Let's understand it. Everybody don't get that treatment. Just because you
with big dick energy.
What? He
even
walking in.
Little dick niggas want to be heard.
Well, they need to go speak into the little mic because I can't hear them.
Go get them some shrimp fried rice to talk to.
Go talk to.
They can't speak here. You don't speak here.
This is not the platform.
They're weaponizing little dick niggas right now here on this episode.
Hold on. There are women that like that. There are women that don't want no big dick energy. They just want the little dick energy. But see,
big dick energy isn't just about the dick being big. It's the whole
about right now.
The vulnerability.
The vulnerability.
Of the big dick energy.
Because the moment you make her mad, now she gonna weaponize you having that little dick.
Now, see, I can't.
She gonna say it.
I can't even sit there and say,
especially if I know I'm gonna get on it again.
Yeah, if I'm gonna get right back up on it, I'm gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna
talk about it because I'm gonna talk to it later on. Like we just having a little tiff. We just having a little teeth.
We got to make up.
We just having a little teeth.
I'm not gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. That was back when you were in high school. Oh, Nick, bro, who you talking about? You old pussy eating that. That's how you do that. Knowing you were going to come back and be like, can you do that again? Mm-hmm. No, I'm not going to. I learned how not to do that. I ain't going to talk about you like that. I ain't going to talk about even when you leave. Now, if you ugly and I gave you a chance, bro, I'm going to talk crazy about you.
Weaponizing anything. Just now we weaponizing ugliness?
Yes. Because, sir, that meant I gave you an opportunity. I looked past your ugliness. I looked way past here in the Netherlands.
Out in the field where Q was getting it.
Yeah, all the way out there in Millington. I was looking past all of that. trying to see you as the person that you were. And here you go, want to cheat, want to lie.
Your ugly that man better know what I'm settling for. You want to go share it.
Do you not know the only reason why she came around is because she was trying to see what the hell I saw? She was curious. She was curious. Your ugly ass gonna fall for it. Yeah, I'm gonna weaponize the hell out you being ugly and I gave you a chance. Yup. So you need to just stay your ugly ass on the other side of the damn country or on the other side of the field or somewhere. Stay your ass out there.
Back to the farm. Okay, Q, what's the next?
We pretty much hit them all, man. But like don't use what we say against us in an argument. No. Especially if we really just open it up to you, say we got some like childhood traumas we want to talk about. And then you like our mama was a drunk or something, and then you turn around. That's why you act the way you act now.
Cause you're drunk
ass mouth, shit like that.
Crackhead ass man.
Like I should be able to trust you and what I tell you.
Okay, let me ask this question.
Nigga gonna call me a hoe, and you and your sister and brother, all y'all got different daddies.
All that.
Like that's like not that. Okay.
You would know what a hoe is. You lived through one all your life.
That's not what TD Jakes was referring to, but in real life situations, that's what happens.
Also, you gonna cry because she didn't get that wagon when you was 8? And you thought she wasn't good enough, and you ain't felt like you been good enough since then?
Shit like
Fuck that wagon. You ain't good enough. That's why you ain't get one. I wouldn't even go out in the back and build you a wagon. Sorry.
Okay, so I gotta ask a question though. So are men, I know this ain't considered weaponizing, but if I'm sitting up here with you, helping you with your traumas and helping you, sticking by you, listening to you, but you constantly running your happy ass back over here to your mammy who you know is causing the problems and the trauma, which further filters over into our relationship. Is it wrong, or do I mean, how tactfully do I have to say, maybe don't get your ass away from that crackhead ass bitch and leave her alone so we can be happy?
It's still that main mama.
I'm just trying to find out how to tell a Negro, man, leave your mammy alone. She fucking you up. I can't keep helping you when you keep running back over there.
And then you really gotta let time do what it does,
and then you can't get mad at me.
Away.
At that point,
you can't get mad at me for being mad at your mama. You can't get mad at me for being mad at your mama for doing the shit and be ready to fight her. That's a whole blue face thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, I felt it.
Yeah, like that's not your job. Once you recognize that that's the source, you have to kind of, you can kind of nudge him in a direction to say, hey, have you ever considered that she might be the problem? But he's going to have to do the work and come to that on his own. But you can't do that for him. For instance, when I was married, I felt like my ex-husband's family was a bit of a crutch to him in several ways. And I was young, so I voiced it, but he wasn't ready to see that. And now that when he got married again, his second wife, when me and her were really cool, we had the conversation where he recognized what I had been trying to say, but it took him to get to that point. And so we ended up having more issues in our marriage because I was trying to push him in that direction. Because I was younger, I didn't really know any better. I didn't realize that you have to give men time and space to kind of come up to things. You can't push them to do anything. You have to just give them the space and be patient, or decide that this is not for you. You can't wait and move out the way. But I know that caused an extra level of stress in our marriage that ended up breaking us apart because I was trying to push him in a direction he wasn't ready to go in. And so he got it over time, but he didn't get it then. And so in that case, even if you see the issue, like you said, that's still his mama. He gonna be sensitive about it. He knows she messed up. He knows she more messed up than you let on. He been with her his whole life, but they're still his mama, and he'll have to decide where to put those boundaries in that relationship with his family. That includes other siblings or whatever. Like that ain't your job. You can support him if you figure that out. Don't get mad at her
when she decides she don't want to be around you and your bald head ass mammy no more. Don't be mad.
I get that too.
Just know she didn't weaponize it. She just couldn't take.
Why his mama gotta be bald headed? Is she bald headed for real?
I don't know. She imaginary.
Well, This was we just talking this.
Hold on, we got one more topic.
No, that's it. We just that's it.
This it cute.
We gotta wait. Why y'all don't share shit?
Oh, why we don't share shit?
Because when they tried, you called his mama bald headed. You called his imaginary mama bald headed, and you told him his dick was small, even though it had a curve in it.
We just, I mean, with that, really, hold on.
You didn't even have a
let me answer the question.
Okay.
Realistically, we don't share shit because that's just a man thing. We just don't.
It takes y'all a while.
I don't. I
haven't
don't.
had men to in the first couple of hours spill their guts, tell me everything. And I'm like, at first, for a minute, I didn't understand why people were doing it. So, and especially with men, because I was like, I'm always told men don't share nothing. But when these men are out here just really spilling their guts to the point where some of them even cried, I was just like,
Did you give them pussy afterwards?
Hell no. That's what I was getting to. Man, look,
I'm gonna keep my comment to myself because I had a comment, but I say
you done cried, you done did this, and you done tell me about how your mama done did you wrong. You done tell me how your girlfriend done did you wrong. You done tell me how your daddy done did you wrong. You done tell me how everybody did.
Some vagina.
No, and see, that was my thing. That was my thing for a long time. I was like, is he just trying to get him some pussy? Is he really trying to grab some cat from some tears?
I cried too for some.
You tried, cute.
I did. I did.
And fell into the friend zone. Backfired like a mug.
Tried.
It's all in them things.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had a moment of vulnerability with Rosa a long time ago.
But I didn't tell nobody.
Well,
I did. It was me.
This is the podcast. I'm gonna talk about it. So I tried to emotionalize myself into getting Rose's vagina at the time. I got nothing but a wet t-shirt.
You got the boot. You got to lay on the boobies.
I did, cause the height difference. It was, the height difference.
Indeed.
It's true.
He laid across the chest and I was there. I was just like, there. It's okay. Little one. It's okay. Mm-hmm. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right.
I was trying to use my real life situation to try to give me some rose.
And he fell flat into the damn friend zone. But you over here, partner. And it wasn't because he was being emotional. It was none of that. I understood his problems. I knew he needed to. Yams. I internalized it as he needed to heal. And I was not going to be a backup. I met my co-hosts.
They were yam-tastic. It's like I had went to Amsterdam and brought two
prize yams.
Two prize jams back.
I sure got on biking shorts tonight, so they out
on the flight. But yes, now
Amsterdam.
But now one time with everything I was going through, opening up to Rosa, has she used it against me?
And nor will I ever use it against you. No, I will not. That's not what he. Well, now I know his other plan on top of the plan, but
you was playing elf.
I wasn't gonna even get a TGI Friday meal. No trip, no nothing.
He wanted you to go from talking on the mic on the podcast, talking to his mic. Mic to mic.
Now
you got to see the fish tank.
Yeah, everybody got to see that.
Playing elf.
So another great episode of Week Talking Ish. Don't weaponize our vulnerability, ladies.
Please, no, y'all. I promise you, because if you patient and you really listen, like
we gonna open up. Give us time.
Y'all really will. I'm getting out of there right now, and I look at here.
When we want to, whatever's bothering us, it ain't even got to be something of an argument. Whatever is bothering us, something to be at work, and we just don't want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. But when we do, you gonna hear about it.
Mm-hmm. Give them time.
And if you just
give it to you,
Don't give it back.
Don't give it back.
Be a vault.
You can give it back as long as you're giving it back in a healthy way, not a mischievous malice. Make sure that you're giving it back as to giving solutions, giving helpful tips onto how to resolve whatever is happening with that person. Don't give it back to throw it in their face and be like, yeah, that's what you get and you need this and this.
That's what. Don't say it cute because I'm getting ready to say it. Look at it from the physical aspect of it as well as the verbal. If they pour into you, you just supposed to receive. Hey, you know, once they nut in you, you ain't got to give it back, right? So if they're releasing, not all the time, unless you spit a little. But anyway, once they release
nastiness right out of me, because I was going to say you could be helpful by getting on the tip.
Right. That's what so if they want to release it in their way, right, whether it's verbally or physically, we're the receiver of that. And so let them pour when they're ready to pour. And just, take it in. And if you give it back, you want
to BSL. But that's, yeah.
You give it back, give it back as a baby or some tacos afterwards or, whatever come after that, But, let them give it. You receive it when they're ready to give it to you. And you know what? And you make something out of it.
We're going to have, I know next week, we're not going to even be able to do this. We're not going to be able to talk about
find
sex.
a way.
We're not going to talk about sex next week.
Will find a way.
What are we talking about next week? That I can't talk about sex.
Because Q going to find a way. He going to find a way. He going to find a way.
It's a serious topic. We're going to have to not
talk
about
ready for
Juneteenth. We're going to have to not talk about sex. Let's not talk about sex, baby.
Good luck. Because we'll find a way.
We'll find a way. We're going to find a way to talk about sex no matter what.
It's going to come up.
You think we used to hold them folks out here and I ain't had none since God gave me.
That's going to be me. That's me right now.
All right. So catch us next episode when we get deep.
Ooh, deep.
Real deep.
Say it like that.
Vagina deep. In racism. You say we can't go sexual. We're finna go vagina deep. In racism. For Juneteenth.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Like for example.
Really? Do we really have to do
example,
Go ahead, let's do a sneak peek.
They took that ice cream off the shelf, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet they got Gayo mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ain't nobody fussing about that.
The Gayo. Yeah, it's some Gayo. Yeah, it's Gayo. Like mayo, but Gayo, and it's like rainbow package. And they did some fried ice cream too. They did fried ice cream
but
too.
You know who did the best one? And I'm just like, you know what? If that ain't the ghetto shit and let you know that these folks are so ghetto. Burger King.
What they do? Oh, the buns. The two buns. The two flat buns together or two big
bottom buns and
two bottom buns or two top buns. You ain't seen that cute?
I haven't seen that, but I have seen a lot of pride stuff going around. We're just accepting it, which is cool. I get it.
I mean, what you do what you do, because who you love ain't my business, and who getting you right in the bed ain't my business. Like, you love who you love. That ain't affecting my money or honey at all. Whatever make you happy.
If it's making you happy, if that person makes you happy, what you're doing makes you happy. Be yourself. Be who you are.
We definitely got to bring up why people were so outraged by Juneteenth ice cream.
I wanted to try it. It was red velvet.
As soon as it was on the shelf, it was off.
I know.
Well, it was
some good flavor.
Like I told you, we'll get into that. I'll make sure.
Yeah, we're gonna save it for next week.
We're gonna save it for next week because I've been waiting to tell my story. I'm ready. I've had my trauma. I'm ready to tell my story now. Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to tell about my racial profiling.
Are you hot and ready, or you just ready?
Girl, I'm like a little Caesar. I'm a little Caesar.
stuffed crust?
Ain't been stuffed.
Crust ain't stuffed. That's the problem.
No stuffing. There's been no stuffing.
Yeah.
No oozing cheese. No nothing.
All right.